Hi and welcome to Sparkle Tart.
Hi everyone, it's Kate here and I'm going to just do a quick look at some of the new products from Jane Davenport. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you will know I adore Jane Davenport. She is a fantastic online art teacher and she is the person who made me brave enough to try drawing faces. For someone who couldn't draw, or believed she couldn't draw, that was like a magic miracle moment when I managed to draw my first face. I wanted to share some of her new line. So Jane released products earlier this year with American Crafts and it was a massive hit, available in Michael's all around America, from Institute of Cute in Australia, and then later in the year all over the world through a whole bunch of different art and craft stores. Now, there is a second release this year of more yummy goodies, and I can't even tell you how excited I was to see what was available. There was more than I could possibly afford. So, I've just bought the things that I felt for me and my art were the most exciting and that I couldn't do without for any longer, and I'll let you know why. Now, you of course may use different products in your art, so go and have a look at Jane's website, the Institute of Cute, and I'll put the web link down below at the bottom of the video, and see what sort of appeals to you. So these are the things that appealed to me. Number one, this gorgeous little travel brush. Now, why? There's heaps of travel brushes out there. I own bucket loads of them. But this one was cute because, watch this. See how the brush pops out? So you don't have to worry about stuffing the bristles back into the cap and having that one or two bristles that just sort of goes sideways and then ends up looking feral after a while and making weird marks on your paper. So this folds down into a tiny little brush that fits in. So I've got my little Jane Davenport travel set here, and this is the Brights. Guess what? Right in there. You could maybe even squeeze, I don't know. Maybe not. Definitely fits one brush. I'm not sure if it'd fit two, but that's perfect for traveling around and carrying with you. And again, I had to have that because the brush pops out and you don't have to put the cap back over the top of it. I thought that was a huge bonus. Now the other thing I've bought is some of Jane's pastels. Now I'm not a huge pastel fan so far, mostly because I don't really know how to use them properly, but these ones just look beautiful. So they have a little, it's not actually a lipstick, but it looks like one. This is a little smudge stick or a little sponge so that you can blend the colours. It has a little colour chart for you to colour in yourself, and it has some cute little stickers that are the colours in the set. So you can kind of see what it is. So this one is the creams, and the creams are sort of metallic. Whoops. And I've noticed that they tend to leap out of their little holes a bit, and they're really pretty. Now, I bought these as part of a set that came with these beautiful chalky pastels, and these are the ones I want to try in my travel journals. And if you're really careful, you can pop, whoops, see, they kind of leap out a bit. Pop this out and keep your spare little foam applicators in the bottom there. So that's what I've been doing. Now I've opened this one and given it a little test. The colours are really pretty and they turn out sort of like pale, shimmery. Let me just show you. So I won't do all of them. Just do this pretty dark one. You don't need much. They actually go a lot further than I was expecting as well. Now they're not quite as shimmery when you put them on a piece of cardstock, but they have this sort of almost like a lipstick quality. They're quite pretty and pale. Now when this is fully dry, I'm going to do a few tests, not in this video, in a follow-up, to see if you can write over the top of them and what with. So I got those, and there's also a chalk set. Now I'm hoping that the chalk set I can use in my travel journals, my Gillio or my Hobonichi, and I'm hoping I can write over the top of these so I can use them to add colour without bleeding through to the back of another page. So that's why I bought the pastels. Now I also bought what Jane calls collage papers. Now these are like printed tissue or printed napkins, serviettes, and they're in the most beautiful designs. And I bought these because I can see myself cutting the individual pieces and parts of these out and using them as collage on a whole different lot of art journal pages. Now there's things you could use as backgrounds, there's individual elements, and there's a whole batch of different options in here. And if I'm just thinking about doing a really quick page, I don't feel like drawing, I don't want anything with stress, I can just do a beautiful background using some of my awesome art supplies and then pop one of these over the top with some matte medium and I'll have an instant beautiful art journal page. So that's why I felt like I needed to buy the collage papers. Now there's also, let me make a little pile over here, the journal tattoos. Now Jane doesn't like the word rub-ons, so she's calling these journal tattoos. I actually kind of like the name, it's kind of cool. And I bought these because, again, I think they're going to be quite versatile. So it's got some quotes, it has some decorative elements and a few little images. And of course, you make life sparkle. How could I go past these with a phrase like that? And there's several different pages of these. You can just flip them over and use the ones you're after. So there's eyes, lots of different quotes, bits that you could cut out and use separately. Little crowns, a few Jane girls, a few more Jane girls, and some beautiful eyes. They're almost crying out for some kind of a celestial layout, just those colours and the mysterious look, just really pretty. So I thought these looked like something that was quite versatile that I could use in a few different kinds of ways. So I had to have those. I'll put those away later. I also bought, just leave those aside for a moment, the new set of Mermaid markers. Now I have to confess, with my previous set, I've been too nervous to use them directly from the marker. So I've been scribbling these onto a piece of non-stick mat and then using my water brush to apply these because they're so strongly coloured, they're beautiful. I'm just too nervous to use them. So when I saw this was a pastel set, I thought, yay, perfect. So I grabbed these. Now, a few people on my Facebook page have said, oh my goodness, Kate, they're so expensive. Yes, they are, in Australia anyway. If you're in America with Michaels, you can get them at a huge discount, so I'm a bit jealous. But Jane has told us that these will be refillable, so at some point they'll be releasing refill inks for these, which makes them a lot more economical. And the fact that, well, let's face it, brush markers in Australia aren't very cheap in the first place. Even if I don't refill them, I still have all of these beautiful brush markers to use. So I'm seeing it as a little bit of an investment, but something that's well worth the money. So some beautiful pastel colours in the new Mermaid markers, and I'm looking forward to using those. Now these practically screamed, buy me, buy me, buy me. They are the new Shimmer and Sparkle Mermaid markers from Jane Davenport. So there's a beautiful black, a silver, a pearl and a gold in this set, and this is Celestial Sky, and this one has beautiful bright colours. Now again, these are super bold and super inky, and these ones I'll probably use the same way I was using my old ones and add them to some non-stick surface and apply them with a water brush, because these things are incredibly highly coloured. Ask me how I know this, because I got some on my hands and my journal when I was putting the cap on, and it was coloured. They were really coloured, but I can't wait to use them because they've got the most beautiful sparkle in these. Now the other thing I bought, and yes, I did go and buy these myself, this is not a promo video, this is just me sharing some stuff that I thought was cool, was my Jane Davenport Splat mat. Now my previous Splat mat had started to disintegrate and the edges were actually coming off on everything over my craft desk. So I thought this was a really good opportunity to replace that, and I like the look of this one because, if I can get it out, now these have got some of Jane's artwork on there, and come on, it's beautiful. It's in the right colours for my craft room, which is the turquoise, teal, white, but the front of the mat, the front of the mat is beautiful and bright white, And that is going to look completely amazing on my videos. And of course it's got paint till you faint on there. So it's an actual white rather than my previous matte, which was kind of a grey. It's a little bit shiny, but that could just be because I've got it over the top of other things. Let me see how this is going to look. Will it be awfully, horribly reflective? Well, it's got a bit of reflection, but I reckon we can live with that. What do you think? But see how beautiful and white this is? So that's going to look lovely in my journal backgrounds. And it doesn't have as much of a pronounced, you can't see the weave as much as you could on some of my previous mattes. Some of them have got such a pronounced weave. You can see it on the back with what I mean, that it actually shows up in some of the videos looking a bit weird. Now, I was also incredibly spoiled. So apart from all of these things that I bought myself, a beautiful friend of mine noticed that I was missing a couple of things that she thought were absolutely essential to my Jane Davenport collection. So she sent me a few goodies, and I just wanted to say thank you so much. You know who you are. And so they've sent me the Shipwrecked set of Jane Davenport Mermaid markers, which means my collection is complete. And these are beautiful, dark, gorgeous tones. I can't wait to give these a go. And some of the brand new watercolor crayons. Now these are a little bit like aqua crayons, so you can use them either as a crayon by themselves and blend them, or you can add water and use them as a watercolor. So I can't wait to crack these open because they're a beautiful rainbow of colors and give them a try. So I just wanted to say a little shout out and say thank you so much to my beautiful friend in Australia who decided that these needed to be part of my Jane Davenport art supply collection. So, talk about spoiled. So I hope this has helped. It might give you an idea about what might sort of like work for you in your artwork. These things are certainly what work for me in mine. Now, as I test these, I will show you on camera how they work so you can have a bit of an idea about how you could use these and play with these. And maybe a few different things that you can sort of give a try in your own journaling or card making or crafting. So I can't wait to play with all my beautiful Jane Davenport supplies and show you what I create. So thank you, Jane, for such beautiful, beautiful stuff and for all of your friendship and teaching over the years. And I can't wait to see what you do in the future. Bye.